everybody. My name is Raze Chaos. Welcome back to the 31 Days of Halloween with Raze Chaos. See how many times I can say my name. Okay, so today we've got Get Out. And yes, this movie was awesome. It was a movie, award-winning movie. Came out in 2017, kind of groundbreaking. Honestly, the what I love about Jordan Peele stuff, which you know I love Jordan Peele stuff. I've got Us right there. Is that he shows you exactly what can be done with the same old story. I mean, mind transference, like, it's been done to death, but he was able to put a different cling on it. And I know a lot of people like to jump on this movie because of what they think it represented, but when you boil it down to it, the movie was all about losing your identity and getting it taken away. And this was such a beautiful way of doing it, and the movie has so many layers, has so many themes to it. It's one of those movies where you just... It pretty much requires, and these are my favorite kinds of stories, when it requires a second watch or a third watch, when you have to watch it multiple times and you have these moments of, oh my God, that was so good. But I could praise the movie all day long. Let's take a look at these pops. I've got the Chris Washington's, played by Daniel Kaluuya. Crap, I can't even remember how to pronounce his name. We've got that one, and we've got this one, and then we've got the Funko Shop exclusive variant. But let's give a quick look at the common here. I haven't seen a lot of people show this off, and I've been anxious to get this guy out of the box and have a look at him pretty much since I got him. And this... I really did enjoy this movie so much. And so, yeah, here he is in his chair. And I want to say the detail on this guy, this guy is almost, it's all, this figure is actually, you have to have seen the movie to really appreciate the situation here. Oh my God, they got the tears. They've got the part of the chair and everything. They really went into deep detail to do that. I mean, honestly, to do the bit with his left hand, and you'll see it with the close-ups where he's obviously doing something with that hand and that arm of that chair, which is kind of this figure is pretty much a spoiler alert. In a lot of ways, but to have gone into the detail they did to put that in there, it's just awesome. It's just these are great. This is a great figure, and honestly, this is one I could almost... I'm half tempted to get another one just to keep him out of the package and maybe put him next to the TV. Make him put him up next to where I sit and watch movies. That way I can look over and be like, hell yeah, I'm watching too many movies. Yeah, we're going to go to the second one, which I got from the Funko Shop. And, I mean, it is Chris Washington again. But the Funko Shop had an exclusive version that, oh my goodness. Funko Shop. This is from the Funko Shop. This is hit right on the side. Big ding right there on the side of the box. And you saw it came in a sorter. The sorter actually has Chris and Get Out on the box. Like, this happened before it went into the sorter. There's no other way, because the sorter was fine. I didn't notice anything there. Um, but okay, we're gonna try and not think about that, but that is really frustrating. This actually, I mean, to let you know how much this was, us, Jason Wilson and Chris Washington all came together because I bought them as a 2-pack set, because that's how they sell them on the Funko shop. So aside from the sorters, which they were both in sorters, they were also in a separate box, which I had also gotten a few other figures. But these two were in sorters inside of a box, inside of the overall box where the rest of them came. So this should have been one of the safest figures in that thing, and it is in the worst condition. So let's get away from looking at the box too long, or else I'm just gonna get angrier and angrier. I don't know why I was so careful about getting the thing out when, yeah, the box is already damaged. That's a pretty severe ding right there. We're gonna get him out of the way. We'll get the box out of the way and look at him. And yes, this is later on in the movie when he's kind of making his way out. Oh my goodness, the blood splatter. This really works out well. Looks just like towards the end of the movie when he's wandering around here. I could go on about these, but I love the fact that the figures are almost the same size, to be honest. They're pretty much the exact same size. The one where he's sitting is a little bit shorter. Not a lot shorter like he should. I mean, his head should be bigger. Well, his head is bigger. But, yeah, he should be sitting further down. He should have been closer to the height of the Chucky figure, which was a little bit shorter than the rest of them. But yeah, to have the same character, putting them side by side, you realize, okay, well, one character's sitting down, one's standing up, and they're really close to being the same size. And yeah, the head is really bigger on the seated Chris Washington. But yeah, this is technically a set completion, because these are the only two figures from Get Out, and that's just one of those that, yes, I had to get them both. I just love that movie so much. Let me say that again. Okay, yeah. I love trailblazing horror, and that's exactly what this was. And it was really attention to detail, and that's what I don't get enough of. It's just like I said, you watch the movie the first time, and you're like, oh God, that was freaky. If you watch it a second time, basically every line is foreshadowing. I mean, the more you get in there, they're pretty much telegraphing every move that they're going to make, and all the characters, everything to what they say and how they say it, and yeah, it's almost immersive because yes, it's at certain points where he is tied down, you really get a feeling of being trapped alongside him, and just seeing how his own mind is fighting back. And it almost I mean, there really is a sense, especially when the tears start coming out of his eyes, you get a real sense that his mind is fighting a lot harder than I mean, honestly, when his eyes start tearing up, you realize that he is fighting the quote-unquote monster at the point. When horror movies, eventually the hero has to fight the monster. And when his tears are coming out, you realize that not only is he fighting the monster, but you can't see him fighting the monster. The monster is inside of his head, and it is trying to take over. And he is giving everything he can to try and stop it. And you don't have to see the battle, because the battle's written all over his face. I mean, they do give you, they show you a little bit about what's going on in his head, but I mean, the battle that he's fighting starts almost immediately in this movie, and it just slowly gets bigger and bigger until it spills out of his head into the real world, because once he has defeated that villain, he has got to make his way out of the situation. And yeah, I don't want to I'm trying to describe this movie without describing the movie, really, and it's really not easy. But I absolutely love this movie, and I'm so glad I have the set of Get Out Pops, and I'm not happy that box is damaged the way it is, because I would have loved to have kept them both side by side. I probably still will, but yeah. Let me know. Have you seen Get Out? Have you seen it more than once? I would appreciate if you have seen it and you did like it. You don't give away too many spoilers in the comments if you want to say something about it. But I do feel like it's a movie that still needs to be talked about. I mean, it came out, what, 2017? It did not get its due as far as the award ceremony goes. The award situation. This movie should have gotten a lot more acclaim, a lot more attention, and I did not think that Jordan Peele had let us down when he did a follow-up with Us. I'm looking forward to what he's doing. I think what is his next thing as of this video. I believe that the Candyman remake is in the mix, and I believe he's even using Tony Todd, which that's kind of huge. And that, yeah, Jordan Peele, like, honestly, a lot of people are wowed by it, including myself, like seeing what he was able to do with horror, especially because this is the guy from a comedy show, basically. And it's always shocking when somebody from comedy like dabbles in horror and is able to really blow you away. But when you're really, and I think I've said this on my channel before, horror and comedy are all about timing. And if you can get one down, you can easily get the other one down. It's like the timing is pretty much parallel. And that's one of the things I love about horror is its correlation with comedy, because even in the best, I can't say even the worst horror movies. Okay, the worst horror movies you're gonna find end up being funnier than they are scary. So that's the bonus of horror movies. If it doesn't really work as a horror movie, it's gonna really rock as a comedy. And if you can master both in the same movie, then yeah, you become Jordan Peele. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here because I'm just gonna start rambling again. I'm gonna get close-ups on these guys. Good thing I'm not doing close-ups on the box, because that's screwed up. I'm not going to talk about the box anymore. We're not doing that. No. Got to stop talking about the box. But I'm going to give you some close-ups on this. And I look forward to seeing you back. I love how I always do the whole subscribe to the channel, click like if you liked it, leave a comment down below. And then I just keep talking. It's just like, shut the hell up, you long-haired fruit.